So, Charlie,
Yes.
do you remember like when or how we met?
We met at the Musicians Hall of Fame, and I think Bob Killen was our
Matchmaker.
matchmaker, yeah. So, yeah, I remember that like it was last night. It was I think it was the inaugural of the Musicians Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think it was the
Was it
second one. You went. I think you went to the first one too.
Yeah, okay.
That one was the second one.
Second one.
And then.
Was that the Wrecking Crew? And
No, that was the first one.
Okay, the
and
first
the one
one,
that
yeah.
we met was
Okay.
the Crickets,
Yeah, I met
Al
Keith Richard that
Cooper.
night.
Memphis Horns,
That's right.
Booker T and the MGs,
Yeah.
the Muscle Shoals rhythm section.
Right. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the one thing that I think, when I think about you, I automatically think about Muscle Shoals. And Muscle Shoals, when I first went there, was still factionalized. There were factions in Muscle Shoals still. And in my memory and in my thinking about Muscle Shoals today, it seems to me that you were maybe the person that pulled all those, I don't want to say disparate parts together, but you had a lot to do with getting people to work together down there who, and that's no small accomplishment, who always liked each other, but maybe were in different kind of factions. And I have seen all that change, and I think you were an alchemist in that process. So you can definitely take credit for that in my estimation anyway. So no small feat, I might add.
Yeah, thank you.
We've written a bunch of songs together too. I don't know how many, but
yeah,
I have no
I was
idea.
already a fan of your music
thank you.
before we met. I had your first album, and then you gave me the second one.
Okay.
And then I was around for the third one.
Okay, yes, you saved our bacon in the end because we got everything together and nobody could figure out the ADDA thing, and you got on the computer in 20 minutes, saved us because everybody was freaking out, including Jeff.
Yeah, and then the fourth one we
And the
made
fourth
together.
one we did together, which was fabulous. You produced it and cut it at Buzz's studio and the Friendly Forest Creative Workshop. And man, I owe you so much. I wouldn't have a fourth album,
Yeah, I'm proud of
And
that.
I love it.
album.
I am too. I loved it.
Yeah.
And some really great songs on there. Now we've had a few cut too.
Yeah, there
writers.
will be more too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so
It's great.
so I remember in the beginning, that infamous drive-by trucker show. We
Yeah,
went there
at the
Ryman.
Yes.
and then did you go to the Waffle House afterwards too?
I can't remember because I was there with Dan and Spooner, I think.
Yeah.
And
So
we went,
okay, so maybe you were because I remember Dan and myself and Bob, and I thought you might have been part
well, I
of it,
may have been.
going
I
to the
just
Waffle
do
House.
not remember.
But
I know we went back and met everybody,
yeah,
backstage and all that stuff.
yeah, and
yeah.
between you and Bob, you got me backstage because I just had a
Okay,
regular
okay.
ticket.
All right.
And then you let me stay at your house one time.
Okay.
I remember that. Not too long after it, right before I went back to the airport. Maybe it was the same trip. And then we started writing songs together.
Right.
And Sometimes a Rock was one of the early
Yeah,
ones.
the really early. We wrote it. I think we wrote that in the lobby of Creative, didn't we? Or in the writers'
No, that
room?
was another one. That one we actually, the old house upstairs.
The old house.
Yeah, when we left, had the little condo.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay. Yeah. Right.
I don't quite remember. I think you.
I was out by the airport.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And I think you got me the lyric sheet, and then I kind of had an idea, and you came over and we wrote it there.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, we had another one, early one, that was called "Don't Get Me Started."
Right.
I remember that one, and there was a third one. Yeah, you had a lyric called "Recipe for the Blues" that I set music to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's been over 100 songs now.
Man.
And we just tried to get
a
couple more down today. That's right.
Or 3 more, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like things happen when we get together. Creative stuff happens when we get together.
Yeah, you know,
and that's not always the case when writers get together.
Yeah, and sometimes we, you know, you send me a lyric and then I see what I can do and then we'll finish it together. But I feel like I can't take too much credit because like the music kind of jumps off the page.
Well,
it's the Elton John Bernie Taupin way. Elton just gets the lyric and the song just kind of pours out of him.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to me when I see your lyric most of the time. It's like the music just, you know, it's already, the rhythm is implied and everything is kind of implied in the word.
Well, it's funny because I write a lot early in the morning. You know, before anything else gets in my head, I'll get up an idea or I'll have an idea and I'll go to bed and sleep on it and get up in the morning or get up in the middle of the night and, you know, spit a verse out or something and get it started and then, you know, but I don't ever consider anything finished until you get it and, you know, we sit down with it and massage it and into a song.
Yeah.
But you have some great musical ideas, you know. So we make a good team.
I think so too. You're by far my most regular collaborator,
Well,
you know, because
That's
first of all, you're very, very prolific, you know, especially coming up with words. And I'm stronger on the musical side. And I'm not saying you're not either, but I think that's kind of the way we usually find each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, and beyond all that, you and Rachel and Dylan and the new baby coming, you know, my favorite people. So it's all been a blessing, you know. Knowing you has really been a blessing, and
well, knowing you has been a blessing.
We're blessed.
We are blessed
that
indeed,
way.
right?
Because that doesn't happen very often. And I can say I could count on one hand the people that I've been really creative with, and you're certainly one of those people. So you, Dan Spooner, Jeff Silbar. Not too many other people. Jeff Gillette as a technical person, you know, but you know, I have to say it kind of stops there, you know. So it's a privilege to work with you.
It's a pretty good company, Dan Spooner and Jeff and Jeff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've written with a lot of people, but if I really count on the people that I really enjoy working with and have fun with and most creative with, you're certainly one of those people. So.
Yeah. And you know, I think once we kind of found our groove, it became just really almost second nature, right? It's just an extension of our friendship rather than us needing to will it to life too much.
And I think, you know, when you write, certainly when you meet somebody for the first time, it's kind of feeling each other out and all that stuff. We got through that in a hurry, you know. You just settle in and are comfortable, and you know, it's a two-way street, and you know, you're a good editor, and I need a good editor from time to time, but and very creative musically, and you know, it's a good team.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know,
Partnership.
Some of my favorite songs of yours, you wrote by yourself. So it's not that you need anybody really, but it's still thank you for letting me in, you know.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man.
I may just like sit next to you. Maybe we can go around for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we just have to do?
Hey, Tommy.
You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. So yeah, you can stop me now. I gave up the fight. I will be reaching for the light. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. I gave up the fight. I'm reaching for the light. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. There's another one.
Yeah.
We had 100.
Crazy.
But we can do a little bit of maybe sometimes roll. I know that we kind of know that a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, I don't have a lyric sheet in front of me, but
well, I can like you can just add however.
yeah.
However you feel. I want that.
I do.
I've been
I think
doing.
I remember the chorus.
Yeah, and I've been doing it almost a little bit. I've been sometimes, not when I play with the band, but sometimes I kind of slow it down a little bit, and so instead of like, that's how I do it.
Yeah, right.
She got me good, she got me bad. Now she's crying for the love we had. Sometimes a rock gotta roll on down the road. She thought I'd stand here like a post, but if she left me, I'd be lost. Well, sometimes a rock gotta roll on down the road. I got a patience of Job, you know. I got a heart of solid gold. Guess she thought she'd hang me up, but man, I'm waiting on it to get old. I got a call from my girl back home. Guess I've left her all alone. But sometimes rock gotta roll on down the road. Sometimes a rock, a solid rock. Sometimes a rock, just a good old rock. Well, sometimes a rock gotta roll on down the road. Sometimes a rock, a good old rock. Sometimes a rock, I said a good old rock. Sometimes a rock, I gotta roll on down the road. After
Cool.
all these years, this is probably still one of
Fun.
my favorite. It's become quite
I love
a
it.
the theme song for me too. It's like I do it a lot. I do it like in all these shows. I get to do. And Mitch Mann, who recorded, he plays it in all of his shows.
Good.
And I recorded a few times.
Well, he had a chart. It got on the Americana charts a little bit.
Blues.
Yeah. Blues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for Mitch.
Yeah, good
for us.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Very much so. Yeah, this is. Oh. You don't. Yeah, you probably have even. Yeah, well, I know you remember it, but you haven't heard it in a while. Although it's not been that long since we.
What is
it's
it?
called "Love Is Blind." One more time. Love is blind. Love is kind. Love will always change your mind. Love is sunny. Love is bright. Love can make a man do right. Love is such a tender trap, like a kitten in our lap. So unguarded, so sublime, I'm a prisoner in no time. Love's a happy way to go. You can say I told you so. Love has got a mind of its own.
Did we write that on one of your trips up here?
That's part of it anyway.
Yeah.
No, well, let me see. No, let me see. Yeah, it's recently. It's
Okay.
I think at the very end of last year.
Okay.
I came up. I'm pretty sure
We might have gotten it started here. I can't.
either got it started
Yeah.
here or around the
Seems
same time, and you gave me the lyrics. I think
Okay.
you actually sent me the lyrics
Okay.
last fall when I was in Switzerland,
Okay.
and this came out the lyric, and I think I only for it to kind of come
Right.
together, I added like 2 stanzas,
Yeah.
like at the end,
Yeah.
and that's just the way we
That's
left
right,
it. And
David.
the way, you know, I love this. I hope this is going to be like a theme song for a TV show or something like
It's
that.
neat. It's a good neat song.
It's funny. It's
I
like
haven't heard it a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I recorded it with the band, just a
Yeah.
track,
Right.
and I really that's one of my other favorites.
Good.
And
Yeah.
but I hear it as like a TV show, rom-com
No,
theme
it's-
song.
It's
And
pretty
funny
cool.
enough, there's no line. I mean, lyrically, it's just there's not any section that
Mhm.
gets repeated,
right.
which is kind of unusual.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
but it kind of works, I think, because the melody is pretty simple.
Mhm.
So it's like a poem
Yeah.
almost.
It is. Yeah. Put the music.
Yeah.
A lyrical poem. Musical poem.
My baby makes my world go round. When I'm with her, I'll wear a crown. She picks me up when I'm feeling down. My baby makes the world go round. My baby makes my world go round. When I'm with her, I'm glory bound. She picks me up when I'm feeling down. My baby makes my world go round. one world go round. I don't remember all the lyrics, but that's another one I like. That's another one I like a lot. That's around, that one we actually wrote here.
Yeah,
I think on like a couple trips ago. And it just came out real quick, and it just so, it's, you know,
some of the best ones are quick ones.
Yeah, but you had like all the lyrics, and then we just wrote it, and the rest is history.
I know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I love you, Charlie Taylor.
I love you too, man. I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Special friendship. It's amazing.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
And we still got to put a vocal on some of these Muscle Shoals tracks, you know,
Cry for Me.
Cry for Me.
Yeah, and that's a great track y'all cut.
And the other one, River to Bridge to Cross.
Oh, wow.
Which bridge to burn, which bridge to cross is the title.
Which bridge to burn,
yeah.
Which bridge to cross.
And
that's a good one too.
Yeah. There's another favorite of mine is one called Outside Looking In.
Mm-hmm.
And then another favorite of is there's a bridge in there too. What bridge is it? Building a Dream. That one we still have to record that long. We're building. We're building a dream.
Which bridge to cross? Is that it?
No, that's the other one.
Okay.
Building a dream. When I build a wall, you build a bridge.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, sorry.
That's it. When I build a wall.
I think in the beginning it was when she builds a wall, I build a bridge, but then I think we might have reversed it. But there's so many others too.
Man, I tell you, start.
All the ones on your record.
We've written.
All the ones on your record.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's funny too. It's like, you know, maybe not all the lyrics come back, but like the song usually comes back to me.
Yeah.
But that's probably too because I was maybe with some of them a little bit more involved in the music, and you weren't. So I never quite went through the process of memorizing. You know,
and I just write them, you know.
I know.
It's like, and you're the one that goes,
I like this one.
Yeah, well, that's good though. I mean, you're my editor. You know, it's like, and you know, a lot of things you write them and just to get them out of your system.
Yes,
you know, whether anything happens to them or not. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
I'm sure Dan and Spooner have written a lot of songs that haven't seen the light of day.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I mean, like any songwriter.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
They were in a fortunate position where they were part of a team.
Absolutely.
That brought in artists a lot,
that
so
they
needed
material.
Yeah, and they had a lot of assignments.
Yeah, it's like write for so and so.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I wish we still had that world, kind of that, you know, the studio's always set up, the rhythm section is always ready, the songwriters are always ready, and the artists just come in one after the other.
It's pretty old school now, you know, I mean, the way it is, but, you know, that doesn't denigrate it at all. You know, I mean, in Nashville, you know, 5 people or 6 people write a song now, not every time, but a lot.
Yeah, there was this thing that somebody on this new Beyonce record, they had 24 writers on one.
That's just ridiculous.
It's like a word, one person a word, in for a word. Yeah.
What? Who was it? I think somebody once said in for a word, in for a third. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think Wayne Carson told me that one time. It's like Suspicious Minds, you know. He was stuck for a bridge, and I think Wayne and
oh, that was Always on My Mind.
Always on My Mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wayne had written the thing, and he got stuck for a bridge, and two guys, Johnny Christopher and Wayne Carson came up.
Yeah.
And they wrote this bridge, and that was it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And a classic.
And they won a Grammy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it on television. Johnny Christopher came out in this weird, shiny suit, man. It was almost like tinsel
and
all
that was,
over it, and a hat that was like really weird.
That was Willie's version that won the Grammy.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
but it was huge.
Like 84, 85, something like that.
Oh yeah. I was still in Atlanta, I think.
Yeah.
Because I didn't move to Nashville until '85.
Yeah. And you met Wayne Carson, I'm sure, through Dan, maybe.
I was around him. I went to his funeral, unfortunately. But yeah, I was around him several times. And yeah, so first time I met him was in Dan's studio. And we were building, I was helping Dan and Tom Gint put the ceiling in with Bucky Lindsay. Bucky and I spent a week, and after that week of holding my hands up, my jaw wouldn't come together for some reason for about a month. But we were loading insulation into the ceiling, and it was pretty crazy.
And Dan had a good recording home for a good while. I think those days are a little over now.
Yeah, I do too. I just think the equipment, sits there forever.
Yeah, the old stuff especially doesn't like not being used.
No. Yeah. And I mean, when I was around, I don't think he ever turned it off, and the board off. And I'll never forget, something happened. One of the tracks went out. I think it was on the board, and Jeff, it was either on the board or the machine. I can't remember. I think it might have been the board, something, capacitor blew or something. I can't remember. But anyway, Jeff said, I know how to fix this. And he said, we used to call it a home run. Jeff got these cords and started working and plugging things into the back of the recorder. And damn if he didn't bypass it and figure it out, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So, man, this has been great.
Yeah.
How many times in an afternoon do you get to start on 3 songs? Not very.
Yeah,
although
but it's not the first
uncommon.
time either. No.